All right, kids, it's time. Lots of questions, no answers. Been kind of keep things under wraps, but here it is. The Louisville Slugger Genesis one piece, 13-inch barrel, half ounce of end load. This thing is a 27 ounce. Huge thanks to headbangersports.com for getting this to us. Words are hard this morning. Getting this to us so we could get a review on it before they drop. Really excited to be able to swing this thing. You know me, I love one-piece bats. I still love my end loads, even though I am, for some reason, gaming a balanced bat. I'm really excited to swing this bat. And there's a decent chance I might be gaming an end load again by the end of the day. Here's the compression in this thing while the wrapper's still on it. Billy's gonna get us started here. I'm gonna peel the wrapper off. We start with a couple of rounds of 52s, just because that's what Louisville suggests. And then we'll dive into some harder stuff before the weather gets here.
On the first one. $2.95. Swing 4. Testing at 327. Oh. Off the fence.
Don't matter.
Swing 7.
You right?
Swing 9. Knuckleball in the gap. Love that.
Yeah.
Oh, B swing 10.
Adios, mother trucker.
Woo! Did it for science. I said within 10 swings I could hit one out of this dump.
All right, now that we let Dylan get some of his energy out, let's go ahead and get this voiceover started. Guys, it's absolutely full of it. But I do want to say real quick again, I know I said it in the intro, but I can't emphasize enough. I want to say a huge thanks to headbangersports.com for making this review possible. These things have kind of been under wraps for a little bit. I've been dying to tell you guys about this bat. It's been burning a hole in my closet, just dying to tell somebody about it, get out and swing it, see what's up with this thing, and be able to post the content for you guys. So huge thanks to them, and super excited these are released so we can get to sharing and so we can get these bats in everyone's hands. I think you guys are really going to like this thing. Back at Atkins Park here in Columbia, Missouri, 300 feet all the way around with a monster that basically starts in center field and works all the way to left. Balls that we're hitting in the video are indicated in the bottom right corner. And as I mentioned, Louisville does suggest starting out with 52s just to kind of get things loosened up and then moving into the 44s. So we did what the doctor ordered here. And I can tell basically from swing one, the 13-inch barrel on this thing was going to be good. Obviously, you saw on the compression tester, it starts really high, but Louisville does a good job of hitting well when they test high. We know that already, and this thing was no exception to that. The barrel and handle combo on this one-piece bat was on the stiffer feeling side of things. It wasn't like a bad tight. It's just going to be more of a rigid feeling one-piece bat. That's not a bad thing at all. If you were familiar with the one-piece Genesis from the 220 era, then you completely understand what this bat is going to feel like because it feels exactly identical, and those bats felt amazing, and this thing does too. As far as loading goes, this features a half ounce of end load, and it's very subtle, I will say. So if you're someone that prefers like somewhere around a quarter ounce of end load, then I feel like this is going to be a bat that's going to be right up your alley. I don't think it's necessarily worth messing around going up in weight or anything, but just know it is going to swing super smooth, which also makes it very easy to control and still hit a ball hard. Because I'm telling you, everything clear down from the feel, the feedback, the sound, and even the weighting of this bat shouted one-piece Genesis from the 220 era to me. And we all know those things were freaking gas. Just a quick look at the compression tester here after we got done with our swings on this thing. We got about 40 swings with 52s and then about another, I'll say 40-ish with the M and 44 and BP Rocket mix. We were really rushing to get done before the weather because we didn't want to pick up softballs in the rain. And it's coming in right at 260, which is about where I expected it to be. Some of this new Louisville stuff is breaking in pretty fast, but it's still holding compression. My Ironman Genesis is still sitting right at 255, 260. And I've been beating the crap out of it. It's up to about 400 swings now with nothing but hard balls, and it's just begging for more, and the compression tester is not really moving at all. Real quick, I do want to talk about the looks on this thing, because this thing does look sick. Headbanger Sports reached out to Louisville, one, to get this one-piece thing done. We've been needing some one-piece bats in the market with the Louisville side, and I'm glad we got this one. But the graphics on this thing look absolutely sick. The Vice Vibe, the colorways and everything looks absolutely incredible. Headbanger knocked it out of the park with the design on this thing. And don't forget, these are only available at headbangersports.com. All right, so with all that stuff out of the way, let's get down to the skinny. What's this bat about? Well, this bat is about hitting the ball and hitting the ball really hard. It is going to need a little bit of BP to get it going. Maybe 50 swings tops, like I said, with the 52s, and then a handful of 44s as well. Nothing crazy, but once you get it opened up, it's going to get really good. But they're starting to get a little bit of a sound change and starting to hit a few balls that was like coming off of there different. So even just in the handful of swings that we put on this thing, I can already tell you this is going to be a gotta have in the bag for sure, especially if you're a Louisville guy, if you're a one-piece guy. This is something that has been highly anticipated for a while, and I'm super glad that Louisville got it out and Headbanger also had their hand in it as well. And I'm super glad to be able to get them for you guys. So if you need one of these, be sure and hit me up, because this one-piece bat is going to go fast. I genuinely feel like one-piece bats are kind of the wave right now, so I don't expect these to stay in stock for very long. And before people ask, I'm just going to go ahead and cover it now, because I've gotten this question in comparison for every single video that I've posted since the Tantrum video. Feel and feedback wise and sound, this thing is completely night and day different from the Tantrum. This thing does hit the ball just as hard as the Tantrum, though. I do feel confident in saying that, and I will stand behind it. So again, thanks to Headbanger Sports for sending this out to us. Again, can't be more grateful for these guys for everything they've done for us on the channel. Big thanks to Dylan for coming out and hitting with me and racing the rain. We did end up getting rained on before we got out of here, but it was worth it to be able to swing this thing and get the action for you guys, so hope you did enjoy it. With all that out of the way, be sure and hit me up or your favorite Headbanger Sports rep to get yourself one of these. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'm going to let you check out the rest of it here. Sweetheart, in case you hit it, BP here. Catch you next time.
Oh, yeah. Yes, I am pitching wrong-handed. Good thing I got behind the field. Because that was head high. That's the one.
It's starting to get good on the reach out and poke it swings too.
Okay. Yes, sir.
yeah.
Finish here. Got one.
Here's the other gear.
I mean, just fucking running away from the left fielder. Yeah, Bubba.
Five here.
Love that.
Oh, God! Need a stewardess on that one?
I almost touched. Yeah, it's wide open.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Good. With the white one?
Yep. One more, please?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Let's just lock it back in here.